If I told you talking less makes you more present, would you believe it? Sounds contradictory, but that's the paradox. When you stop running, she starts noticing. And no, this isn't a game, it's everyday psychology plus applied stoicism. Focus on what you control, find peace with what you don't. Controversial? Maybe. But here's a strong belief up front. Love and respect aren't begged for, they're shared. The counterintuitive part is simple and powerful. The less predictable you are out of neediness, the clearer your value becomes through coherence. The right kind of silence stops hurting and starts organizing the ground. Instead of rehearsing perfect lines, you align posture, routine, and boundaries. Quick result. Today you'll leave with 3 practical moves to flip the script: an anti-impulse ritual, a dignity filter, and a real presence routine. No cryptic 2 a.m. texts. Why does it work? Because on the other side something few admit kicks in. The brain hates unfinished stories. When your constant pursuit stops, a space opens that reveals memories, contrasts behaviors, and slowly sparks curiosity, perception, and desire. You don't disappear to punish, you find yourself to choose better. Want to see, from the inside, what she feels at each phase, and how you stay centered without losing your humanity. Let's go. One. The question that prods. What does she feel when he stops chasing? At first, it sounds like playing games, but it isn't. It's about emotional dynamics and perception. He interrupts a stream of attention that had turned into background noise, almost automatic. When the scenery changes, her mind flips on a yellow light. Something's off. It's not revenge or theater. It's a silent invite for both to face their own center. In Stoicism, he chooses what he controls: attitude, focus, boundaries, not the other person's feelings. He doesn't step back out of pride, but out of dignity. People who know their worth don't beg. That quiets inner noise. Less anxiety, more presence, less obsession with outcomes. The curious part? The less he tries to persuade, the clearer what he actually offers becomes. The initial question stops being trivial and starts poking where it matters. In practice, he changes habits, not puts on a show. He swaps the needy good morning for visible training and projects, a 24-hour rule for urges. Jots feelings in a short journal, 3 lines, and returns to center. Rebuilds social circles and hobbies instead of patrolling notifications. Leans on mind-steadying references, meditations, Marcus Aurelius. The obstacle is the way, Ryan Holiday. Once this new rhythm hits, guess what? The background hum switches off, and that leads to the next point. 2. Pattern break, the silent shock. When he drops off her radar, the first impact is a soft, "huh." It's not drama, it's the break of the predictable, the background sound cut out without warning. A brain used to pings of attention goes into investigation mode. She rewinds memories, replays conversations, hunts for the turning point. Deep down, she senses the pattern that felt like control was disrupted. Outwardly she may keep cool, life goes on, all good. Inside, micro-gestures tell the truth. Checking the phone on autopilot, opening the chat and closing it. The oddness visits at bedtime and over coffee breaks. She rationalizes, he's busy, it's a phase. But the alert keeps blinking. The mind loves constancy. When it's gone, silence becomes a question. His job is to keep his keel steady, not compensate for the emptiness. No tactical relapse. Needy little likes, cryptic stories, 2 a.m. walls of text. Practical script. 1. Mute triggers, silence notifications. 2. 72-hour rule for impulses. 3. Micro rituals. Train, read, build something public. 4. honest self-talk, 3-line journal. He isn't crafting mystery, he's building structure, and that structure starts to change the climate. 3. The void that whispers. The void doesn't slam doors, it pulls up a chair and sits in the corner. It shows up in the reflex of opening the chat and closing it without sending. It slips between notifications, right during coffee time. At night, it swaps the good night for thoughts that didn't ask permission. Suddenly, an ordinary day carries an echo that used to pass unnoticed. She says it's all under control, but the body leaks the small truths. She walks past a place they went and breathes a little crooked without noticing. An old song plays and something vibrates, briefly, as if remembering and resisting. The void becomes a marker. It shows where there was energy, presence, intention. In that absence, the mind starts reorganizing what it actually felt. His wise move is to fortify the inside so it doesn't collapse. Digital hygiene: silence notifications, archive the thread, exit the loop. Box breathing 4-4-4-4 for 2 minutes when an urge hits. 3 non-negotiable blocks: training, study, 1 visible project of the day. 5-minute rule: thought of her? Write 5 lines in the journal and return to center, and now doubt starts asking for the stage. 4. Doubt and invisible interest. After the void comes doubt. It doesn't shout, it whispers in the back of the mind. Did he get tired? Did I mess up? Is there someone else? The questions boomerang. She tries to sweep them aside, but the brain hates stories without endings. The mind starts collecting clues, even when there are no clues. The fewer answers there are, the more doubt feeds on silence itself. That's where invisible interest is born, the kind that watches without announcing itself. She views stories without interacting, starts side conversations, accidentally likes an old photo. Subtle tests appear: a meme sent, a "this reminded me of you," a "you disappeared, huh?" It's all to take the temperature without committing. That's human, not villainy. Paradoxically, the absence becomes a field study, and the mystery starts to grow. His compass is stoic. Control actions, not outcomes. Simple protocols help. Reply clearly when there's respect, not out of impulse. 2-touch rule: if the message doesn't require real action, good to hear from you, and carry on. Fill time with value: training, public project, reading, meditations, letters to Lucilius. The more he holds center, the less the mystery is a pose and the more it becomes presence. Next step. 5. When mystery becomes presence. Curiously, when he stops running, the mystery doesn't cool, it concentrates. Without hourly notifications, her mind fills the silence with attention. What was predictable becomes new, and novelty lights up the emotional radar. The brain loves puzzles, and absence becomes a rare piece on the board. He says less yet takes up more space, presence without noise. It's not a trick, it's coherence. He left the applause stage to build backstage. He replies when it makes sense, with clarity and purpose, not to score points. He shows up where value lives: training, projects, study, instead of dodging boredom. Consistency replaces anxiety, which changes the energy he gives off. She perceives rhythm, not pursuit, direction, not neediness, and that magnetizes. To sustain this presence, he uses practical foundations, elegant limits, and a visible routine. 2 simple examples: don't reply in the heat of emotion, and keep a calendar with public goals. No cryptic posts. He shows real progress, the kind you can measure. By not fighting for stage time, he becomes a quiet reference point. What comes next? Memory and contrast, the lens that reveals value. 6. Memory. contrast, and perceived value. When presence goes quiet, memory spotlights details that used to blur. She recalls how he listened without interrupting, the coffee left on the table, the home safe text. What was scenery turns into a framed picture. The brain normalizes what's constant. It values when it feels the lack. Competent absence is a magnifying glass. It shows what was there all along. Then contrast steps in, an impassive yet fair judge. She compares. New chats don't have the same listening. Outings lack intention. She realizes he brought rhythm, respect, good predictability, not control, but care. That emotional benchmark weighs in, not about glamour, but practical depth. Suddenly, value isn't a speech, it's a quiet reference others don't reach. What does he do? He doesn't try to prove a point, he lives it. Simple examples: public training calendar, portfolio project in motion, reading with notes, active friendships. Acts speak: being punctual, keeping small promises, treating team and family well. That lays tracks. Whoever wants, catches the train. Whoever doesn't, watches from afar. In that contrast, absence becomes a mirror. And guess who starts seeing clearly? 7. The emotional mirror. Absence turns into a mirror, and mirrors don't lie, they just return what's there. She catches herself thinking, did I underestimate him? Did I give little to someone who gave a lot? These questions arrive quietly, on a silent Saturday or in traffic. A flash of memory here, a scent of a place there, and the film restarts. Not drama, diagnosis. Routine fogged it up, the lack made it sharp. Real recognition arrives slowly, like a notification without sound. Sometimes it hits when a new date lacks the same depth, or when no one notices the details he used to catch without trying. The mirror shows the gaps, between intention and action, between talk and delivery. It stings a bit, because it reveals value, and the value she overlooked. In practice, the mirror calls for inner action, not an outer chase. Simple exercise: letters I'll never send. Write what you feel and keep it. Honesty checklist: 3 questions. What did I receive? What did I give? What did I avoid? 10-minute ritual: walk without a phone and think through the answers. When that settles, a crossroads appears. Move on, distract, or reconnect, and the next step shows up. 8. Her crossroads. The fork arrives. Move on, distract to fill the gap, or try to reconnect. Nothing comes with fanfare. It's tiny gestures, almost without a signature. A shy message, a casual comment, this reminded me of you. Sometimes it's conscious silence that admits, I felt something. She chooses inwardly, slowly, while the world barely notices. If reconnection shows up, he moves with calm clarity, not haste. Cool water replies, good to hear from you. Want to talk properly on X day, in person? If ambiguous tests appear, he doesn't bite the hook. Nice, wishing you well, and he continues. Elegant boundaries. Number 2 a.m. text fights, adult conversation, scheduled time. Practical criteria: mutual respect, a minimum care plan, actions that back words. Her decision doesn't change his center, only his next step. Green flags: consistency, responsibility, willingness to repair without theater. Red flags: performative jealousy, repeat ghosting, poking to measure ego. He checks his own north: peace, validation, coherence, urgency. From that stance comes his turn, shifting from chasing to choosing. 9. His turn, from chasing to choosing. The turn happens when he trades urgency for criteria. He stops asking for a pass into someone's heart and starts choosing his route. He knows he can't control responses, only postures, and that's relief. He exits proving value mode and enters living values day after day. When the center settles in his chest, silence stops hurting and becomes space. In practice, he builds simple filters: dignity, direction, distance. If something wounds dignity, he leaves. If it lacks direction, he pauses. If it demands distance from himself, he declines. Anchor routine, set training, deep work, time with real friends. Clear rules: no relationship talks over text. No, just this once, that breaks promises. No chasing the indifferent. Easy tools: 5-line journal, public goals calendar, weekly coherence check. With that center, the field changes. Better invitations appear. Noise loses power. He speaks less and says more. He offers presence, not pursuit. People seeking partnership arrive. Those who need a stage drift away on their own. Self-respect starts attracting external respect as an inevitable echo. From that base grows something rare: peace with dignity, the next theme. 10. Peace, dignity, and self-worth. Peace isn't external quiet, it's an inner tool that stops knee-jerk reactions. Dignity is the guard who shuts the door when something disrespects you. Self-worth is a spring, not a faucet. It comes from within, not from seen on chat. Once he gets this, he stops measuring love by response time. He starts choosing what strengthens him and letting go of what only drains. Practical boundary scripts. I'd rather talk calmly in person. I don't do relationship talks over text. I don't accept recurring disappearances. Mental hygiene: 30 minutes training, 20 reading, 10 journaling, every day. Sleep routine: 3-2-1, 3 hours without heavy food, 2 without work, 1 without screens. Stoic anchors: focus on the controllable, separate pain from drama, practice sufficiency/gratitude. The side effect is beautiful. His energy slows the room. He talks less, delivers more, stops being predictably needy and becomes predictably integrous. That changes the filter. People who respect limits draw closer. Those seeking a stage leave. His peace doesn't depend on their response. It depends on coherence. With the inner house firm, new dynamics and new attractions show up. 11. New dynamics, new attraction. Once he's centered, his radar changes, and so does life's feed. People seeking partnership appear. Those wanting an audience lose their shine. His energy becomes calmer and concrete, speaks little, delivers a lot. That better selects conversations, invitations, even the places he goes. Not hype, coherence sending a signal that attracts the like-minded. Practical examples: green flags, consistency, kindness to the waiter, respect for time. Fertile environments, study groups, volunteering, team sports, career events. Adult micro-openers: I liked your take on X, coffee to swap ideas? Zero games: if the answer comes sideways, he thanks them and moves on. Standards, not sulking. And, interestingly, new connections begin with the value he lives, not the stage he seeks. To sustain it, he measures progress from within. Better sleep, workouts done, promises kept. Weekly check: am I choosing or reacting? Does this move me closer to what I want? He doesn't turn to stone, he becomes a harbor, firm yet open to those who sail right. When someone enters, they find clear limits and real presence, rare today. On that ground, a synthesis emerges. What stays with each when the dust settles? 12. Open synthesis. What remains for each? When the dust settles, no one leaves untouched by the silence of someone who once showed up. For her, there's inner movement, recognition, longing, sometimes regret. For him, there's center, criteria, calm, and the freedom to choose without begging. It isn't winning against someone, it's winning over his own haste. Boundaries become rails. Where there's respect, the train stops. Where there isn't, it doesn't. Practically, each leaves with simple, adult homework. She can use the honesty tripod. What did I give? What did I receive? What did I avoid? He keeps 3 commitments. Don't negotiate dignity, don't dramatize pain, don't chase indifference. Minimum terms for any reconnection. Consistency, in-person talks, small promises kept. Green/red flags noted, because memory fails, paper doesn't. The future script doesn't ask for fireworks, it asks for coherence repeated until it becomes character. He keeps building backstage. She decides if she wants a stage with substance or an echoing audience. Viewers learn that reciprocity isn't a request, it's a meeting of rhythms. The silence that once hurt becomes the language of self-respect. And if this lit something inside you, wait until this story is told from second one. Now it's on you. Less pursuit, more coherence. Choose 3 simple moves to start today. 1. Anti-impulse. Every urge to text waits 24 hours. 2. DDD filter. Dignity, direction, distance. If it wounds dignity, leave. If it lacks direction, pause. If it pulls you away from yourself, decline. 3. 30-20-10 routine. 30 minutes training, 20 reading, 10 journaling, 5 lines are enough. Repeat until it becomes character. Want a quick challenge? 7 days centered. Mark it on your calendar. No exceptions. Sleep better with the 3-2-1 rule. 3 hours without heavy food, 2 without work, 1 without screens. When the lack hits, 4-4-4-4 breathing for 2 minutes and return to your visible project of the day. No cryptic 2 a.m. texts. No, just this once. You don't disappear to punish. You find yourself to choose. Tell me in the comments, which phase are you in? Surprise, void, doubt, or the turn? Which elegant boundary will you set this week? What measurable action, training, study, project goes into your day today? If this made you think differently, even a little, take that step now. Peace with dignity is contagious. If you enjoyed this and want more Stoicism applied to relationships and real life, subscribe and turn on notifications. Here we trade stage for backstage, anxiety for structure, and neediness for standards. Next video, how to keep your center even when she comes back. Deal.